Back in Nashville, Tennessee, under caution for the second time tonight here. Another rookie, Michael Annette, the Des Moines, Iowa driver, and his Germain Racing Toyota spins around and has contact with the concrete. Lap 23. And he is the only car on pit road, although pit road is open. Most of the leaders opting to stay on the racetrack. Still way too early to come on. And we've had two rookies in trouble, bringing out two yellow flags.
See right here, Michael Annette just gets loose and gets out of the groove. Whoa, at the wrong place right there. Not enough room to catch it.
Yeah, I mean, the lap car or the 70 car wasn't close enough to him to get him loose. He really had a free track all by himself. And, you know, it seems like when they get off that bottom lane and get up in that second lane right now, early in this event, those guys get loose up there. And when you get loose that close to the wall, that rear end's going to touch and that baby's going to come around and knock the right front off. And that's what happened there.
62 in Brendan Gaughan also. There's Jason Leffler. He was the highest running car to come on pit road in 15 spot. Dave.
They were really, really tight, Doc. Driver saying as he now leaves pit road, do something. I feel like I'm on 6 cylinders. This car's plowing so bad. They changed 4 tires, made an air pressure adjustment for Jason. Also has some steering issues right now. Our in-race reporter, the steering feels stiff to him. Thinks the steering box or maybe the pump might be at issue here, but so far, it still works.
So we had 20 cars actually stay on the racetrack, including the top 15 who were the leaders going by. Then Leffler came down. He was running in 16th position. He led a group down pit road. He and Brendan Gaughan and others to make some adjustments on the cars.
Bernie Lamar also came down pit road under that exchange of pit stops. The front tire changer here, hitting the lug nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good and accurate. Going off and on. That's the way you do it right there. Come around to the left side, knock all 5 nuts off. Wait for the jack. Wait for it. Here we go. New tire on. All 5 lug nuts. And gone. That's the way you do it.
I believe it's the first week for DJ Richardson on this race team. That guy's qualified. He's a really good tire changer.
He was a tire changer for you, Rusty Wallace, for a number of years. Did his career, one of his career highlights was winning at Martinsville with you on that Blue Deuce back in the Penske days. Tough guy. Kyle Busch has led all 26 laps thus far, and again we are under caution for the second time today. Let's listen in a little team radio there with the Joe Gibbs efforts.
I don't want to piss you off, but you're getting off better than him in 2. I think he's out handling you down the straightaway.
We told you earlier that they were talking about the line that the 60 car was running. That's what they were saying. And so Kyle adjusting where he needs to. His car is still a little bit better, but then there are laps where Carl's car is better. So those cars are really close, Doc. As we get ready to restart, should be a good race.
Great race, Dave, and I guess crew chiefs and spotters working together to be able to let these guys know who's running what line.
Oh yeah, you're always watching for that because that line can change around in the middle of a run, and you want to make sure your driver's running where he needs to.
Well, we talk about lines. We haven't run long enough to get these lines moving around yet. It's only 26 laps in this race, and here we go.
Back to green flag. We'll see now if Carl Edwards can reel in Kyle Busch. Scott Lagasse still in 3rd spot. Keselowski now up to 4th, and the challenge back for 5th. Again, here goes McDowell underneath the 29 car of Light to try to take that spot away.
Tell you what I've been seeing, guys, early in these restarts, that 20 car, I mean, he has been really aggressive. Going to the top, going to the bottom. Brad Coleman, he wants to win this race, that's for sure.
Stephen Light able to hold off Michael McDowell on the outside. I really felt like when Michael McDowell got on the inside, he would get this spot, but he hasn't got it yet.
I know there's a lot of high hopes for that 47 car. That thing's been in a wind tunnel quite a bit. And I'll tell you guys, that's one of the best looking cars out there.
Pretty good battle back in the pack coming at you there. The 2 in the 66, Sean Case making only his 2nd start. Driver for Richard Childress, and Stephen Wallace, 100th career start. Former pole sitter here. Stephen had a great run here back in April.
He really likes this racetrack a lot, Jerry. They've worked on this car very hard. I mean, the whole team was wanting their first victory, and this is an opportunity race, and all these guys are thinking the same thing.
Wallace makes the pass. Now Cale Gale in the 33 car. That's the Kevin Harvick and Delana Harvick owned car. Only race he will run all year. How hungry would this young man be to get that car to victory lane?
He's racing like this is his last race. It might be this year. So he's going to do all he can.
I tell you what, Kevin Harvick, that's a pretty good owner right there. If he does a good job, Kevin and Delana might let him stay in it for a couple more races.
Cale Gale, who sat on the pole in this car last August at Bristol and finished 4th, and he will move on to the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series for the remainder of 2009.
Looks like Trevor Bain's car has come around quite a bit too. He's hung up behind these two. Now he's making a move on Sean Case.
I love the fact that we're talking about so many young drivers. And how about this matchup right here? Brad Coleman, 10 months he's been out of the car. Now moving on the inside of the 47. Well, McDowell's got his hands full.
Yeah, he does. He's chased that car up high off turn 4. But like I said, Rusty, Coleman's been aggressive on these restarts, trying to make up spots. He knows this is a good opportunity for him too.
Yeah, it is a great opportunity. And what about that pressure? I mean, I really don't know what the guy's going through, because I mean, here's a car that wins a lot. And being that car yourself, you're expected to get it done. He's probably got a lot of pressure. Take a look at that 99. Great pass on the bottom.
12th position. Trevor Bain takes it away and over Sean Case. And now behind the 2 car, which is Case, is the 12 car. Another impressive rookie there, Justin Allgaier.
And Jerry Justin didn't qualify real well, and it looks like he just needed some more time on the track and let that car come in, and it's marching towards the front. I've been watching it every lap. It's getting better and better.
He's gained 10 spots since the start of the race.
He told me in the garage area yesterday that he hustled the car too much in April, got impatient, and they had a problem on pit road, and he got more impatient, ended up bouncing it off the wall, and had a terrible finish here.
Tell you what, I've been there, done that one before. Got a little aggressive, trying to make up for something I screwed up on previously and get myself in the wall. And you know, this young group of drivers here, they've got to be patient, aggressively patient, let's put it that way, if they're going to finish this race and have a good run.
We are 33 laps in the Federated Auto Parts 300 here in Nashville Superspeedway, and Kyle Busch has led all 33 laps. Holding off Carl Edwards in second spot, Scott Lagasse, Brad Keselowski, and Stephen Light, the top 5.
As always, a lot of racing action on the ESPN networks every weekend. After we're done with NASCAR tonight, the United Association Route 66 NHRA Nationals qualifying, 10:30 Eastern time. The finals are tomorrow at 4 Eastern on ESPN2. Over on ABC, the Traxxas Torque Truck Series presented by Amsoil. That's at 5 Eastern time on Sunday. Then Sunday morning, NASCAR Now presented by 5 Hour Energy, the Pocono Pre-Race Edition, 10 a.m. Eastern time, ESPN2. And we'll wrap up the weekend action with our NASCAR Now Monday Roundtable, 5 Eastern time on ESPN2. Kyle Busch led all of the laps so far, 40 of them complete right now. There you see the gap from Kyle back to second place, Carl Edwards. Been talking about a lot of different faces in different places in tonight's race. Let's get up to speed with Nationwide Insurance, starting with Shannon.
Well, there's Stephen Light in the 29 car. It is only his second Nationwide Series start this season. I spoke to him right before he climbed in the car. He said he felt great. He said it took him a very short time to get up to speed in practice, a lot shorter than it did when he was here in April. He's working with crew chief Doug Randolph for the first time. He's also working with spotter Mike Dillon, who, of course, is Clint Boyer's spotter. Right now, the car is just a little tight. Dave?
Brad Coleman trying to chase that car down to get by him. That's that yellow number 20 here. Brad in the car that won here back in April, driving for Joe Gibbs Racing. In practice yesterday, he was asked to sit up on top of the hauler for a little while by crew chief Dave Rogers and think about his part, the driving part, because he was worrying too much about setup. Rogers says, that's my job. He worried about it overnight, made some changes, and now they're in their rightful places. Jamie?
And Trevor Bain started second, slipped back way back to about 18th position, said the car was just way too loose, but he's being patient, said as the track temperature comes down, the car is coming to him. He's happy, and he says he's learning as he goes. Behind him, Cale Gale in the 33. We touched on him a little bit, sitting 13th right now. His only start in the car this year for Kevin Harvick Incorporated. This is a kid who's worked for this company for years now. Delana and Kevin Harvick would want nothing more than to get sponsorship to keep this kid in the car, but sponsorship is the issue, so right now he's driving for a job. And Sean Case in the 2 car, guys. You can imagine Clint Boyer's at home or at the track in Pocono watching, going, man, that's the car I won with. So Sean Case making his first start for Richard Childress, and he told me today it's just a thrill of a lifetime to be here at the racetrack. He's trying to stay calm. Spotter is talking to him a lot, guys, giving him a heads up, trying to tell him what the best line is around this track. Alan?
All right, Jamie, thanks. So some stories on some of the different faces in different places in tonight's race, and we take a look at our Holiday Inn Express race summary. 2 caution flags so far in the race. Only 1 race leader, That's Kyle Busch.
Imagine that.
Put it in Nashville terms. Second verse, same as the first. Or same old song and dance.
I'll tell you, and he is tinkering around. He doesn't quite feel that race car is perfect either. That's what's scary, and he is absolutely checked out on the field. Hopefully Carl Edwards can get that race car underfoot and run him down and give us a race.
9 cars out of the race at this point. And there we go with 45 of 225 laps complete in the event. Expect pit stops from the leaders if we should see the caution flag. Right now, Brad Keselowski trying to back up his Dover win a week ago by holding on to 3rd position. Remember, he took this race 1 year ago. Can he catch the top 2? No surprise, the top 2 in the championship. Carl Edwards running 2nd, 2 seconds behind Kyle Busch, the man so far in Music City.